Affiliate Nations Online Broadcasting.
Hello everybody. Today in this video I am going to be explaining the career plan. So this what you see over here, but in a more simple way. So kind of for even the newest people in the company to understand it. And we're going to get straight into it. So I've drawn up a little example over here. So this is what you see in your back office when you go on the placement map. But I've done it here with some simple figures, so it's very easy to understand. So let's get straight into it. Let's say you are Peter, okay? So for this scenario, you are Peter here. This is obviously your main account and you have invested $50,000. So if we go over here to this chart, and don't get confused by all these percentages and all these numbers, it's very simple once you understand it. So we see over here, Peter, which in this case, AKA is you, has invested 50,000. Which leaves you on 10% across the board of these three. So we're going to be explaining the new package, Jubilee credit top up, and the pairing bonus today, okay? This is not too important for right now. So once you understand these three, you're pretty much up to a good pace in understanding the career plan. So we're going to explain this now. So let's start with the new package. So obviously Peter, AKA you, is on 50,000, which is on 10% on every new package. So what does this mean? You now have a friend called Jeff, and you convince him about this business model and this business opportunity, and he decides to invest $10,000. So what does this mean now for you when you sponsor Jeff, your friend, directly with $10,000? Here on new package, this means that you are obviously eligible for 10%, and it means that you get 10% direct commission on whatever Jeff invests. So in this case, that is $10,000. So immediately, just by sponsoring your friend Jeff, you have made $1,000 in direct commission because you are on 10% here. So then you have another good friend, her name is Tina, and she decides to invest $30,000. This means since you have, again, 10%, obviously stays the same left and right, you get your 10% on $30,000, which I believe is $3,000. So you see here in total, you have made already $4,000 just by bringing into the business Jeff here with $10,000 and Tina here with $30,000. And we are still talking about small figures here, and you will understand this later when I explain a little more. So these two you have sponsored directly from your account. So these are your frontliners and you have sponsored them directly. But now Jeff sees this business is running very well, he's making good money, and he has decided that he wants to bring in his friend Tim. So this is now not related to your account directly anymore. You have only sponsored Jeff and Tina directly. So Jeff now decides to sponsor Tim. He will get, because he's on 10,000, he have 8% direct new package. So he will get his 8% on 5,000. But let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus here. So Tina have a friend called Jake, and he also invests $10,000 under your right leg. So you see now in your right leg in total you have 40,000, and in your left leg in total you have 15,000. Keep this in mind for later. This will come important later. So what happened now? You have made your direct commission of $1,000 here because of your 10%, and your 10% here, which is $3,000. Obviously, the more you invest, the more percentages you get. So if you only invest $1,000, you're on 6%, 3, 7, and so on, all the way up to 12% out of investment of 500,000, which is obviously on the larger side of investments. So this is the new package. So this is how it works with the new package percentiles. Let's move on to pairing bonus. So pairing bonus is this accumulated and this accumulated. So we're talking only about 2 generations here. This can keep going. If Tim now decides to sponsor someone down, 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 and this keep going, then this will eventually add up. But for now, let's say this is your first day and you have built this in the first day, then you have in the first day here 15,000, 5 plus 10, and 40,000, 30 plus 10. So you have now a right leg and a left leg. And the pairing bonus, as you see, because you are on 50,000, you get 10% here as well. This means now the pairing bonus is 10% always on your weaker leg. So your weaker leg in this case is this leg with the 15,000. So whatever turnover and volume you have, the lesser amount is always your weaker leg. So you get your percentages of pairing bonus always in the weak leg. So here, in this case, you get your 10% on 15,000, which is daily. So we are talking about the scenario that this has all happened within 1 day, so 24 hours, obviously. So you are eligible to make $1,500 on the pairing bonus on your weak leg. So let's move on. I hope this is clear. So you can leave in the comments if there's any questions that I've left out, and I will make a video according to that as well. So just let me know in the comments. So let's move on. This is the pairing bonus. So again, quick summary. You get your 10%, whatever package you're on, you get your percentage on the weak leg. So if this was here 10,000 invested, you would get your 10% on 20,000. So 10 plus 10, if he invested 10,000, you would get it on 20,000 and so on, but always the weak leg. If now Tim in the same day, let's say, sponsored somebody with 100,000, then you have 100 plus 10, 110, 115,000. Then this becomes your strong leg, because here now you have 115,000 and here you have 40,000. So now you will get your 10% on the 40,000, because this is obviously now your weak leg. But let's stick to this to not confuse you people. Weak leg, 10%. Done. $1,500 for the daily plus the $4,000 that you made from your direct sponsoring here, 10%, 10% here. Very nice. So now let's move on to the differences. This is very important. It doesn't actually say it here directly, but, and pay attention now because this can be a little bit complicated. So you have invested $50,000, as you can see here. That means you are on 10%. Your friend Jeff, who you sponsor directly, is on a 10,000 package here, which leaves him on 8%. Okay? Difference between 8 and 10 is 2. That means Jeff sponsored Tim with 5,000. He get his direct commission of 8%, and you get the difference of 2%, which is $100. And why I said earlier that we talk about quite small figures here still is because you can imagine if Jeff sponsored Tim and Tim invest 100,000, then you get your 2% difference because Jeff is on 8%, you are on 10, so that leaves you with 2%. You get your 2% difference on Tim investment of 2%. So the higher the figures get, the more profitable this entire system becomes. Same on the right, obviously. You have Tina, who is on 30,000. So this is where it changes again. Keep in mind, Jeff 10,000 means 8%. Tina 30,000 on 9%. So Tina sponsored Jake with 10,000 and Tina is on 9%. This means you get the difference of 1% on 10,000 is another $100. So just from these two sponsoring somebody, you have made the difference of 2% and 1%. And this is because of the packages that they're on. So the smaller package Jeff is on 8%, Tina with 30,000 on 9%. You get the differences respectively of the packages that they're on. So you've made another $100 here, $100 here. Obviously, like I said, the bigger the figures get, the more you make out of this. So let's move on to the Jubilee credit top up. And this is also very interesting because you may or may not know our company and the software guarantees a monthly dividend on whatever you invest of 6 to 8%. So you have put 50,000 in, and Jeff has put 10,000 in straight under you, and Tina has put 30,000 in. So Jeff will make his monthly 8%, which is $800. And if he say, okay, Peter, AKA you, I don't need this $800. I want to reinvest this. And I want to do a kind of thing of compounding of interest where he reinvests the $800. He have now 10,800. And the next month he get 8% on 10,800. So you can see where I'm going with this, but let's focus. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So Jeff make his $800 for the monthly dividend of 6 to 8%. So you get his 8% realistically. And he make the $800 and he reinvest this. The Jubilee credit top up, where you see 50,000 that you're on, you'll get 10%. Every time Jeff decides to reinvest, so to top up his Jubilee credit, you will make 10% on that. So on the $800 that Jeff reinvest, because you sponsor him directly, you will make your 10% is equal to another $80. This does not apply for Tim because Tim is not sponsored by you directly. So this applies for only the people that you have sponsored from your account directly. So now we move on to Tina. And Tina invested $30,000. That means her monthly dividend is round about $2,400, which you get your 10% on, because if she reinvests this and she say, okay, Peter, I don't need this money, I want to reinvest this and do the compounding of interest, then it gets very funny for you because she reinvests this every single month, which you get your 10% on is another $240 a month that you make just from Tina reinvesting this $2,400 that you get your 10% on. And like I said, the bigger these numbers get, so you can calculate yourself, if Tina invests 100,000, she get $8,000 back every month, and she reinvests this and you get your 10% on that, and the higher you go, the more percent you get as well. So this is what we're talking about. And the higher the numbers get, the higher percentages you get, and obviously the higher payouts you have from the commissions, what runs up, the Jubilee credit top-ups, and so on. So we're getting to the end of the video here now. I hope you enjoyed the video, you understood how this career plan in simple terms works. Any questions and feedback you can leave down in the comments below. And at this stage, I would like to thank you very much and have a pleasant day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.